It's time for the best gridiron show in the Wabash Valley. In the Zone. Sponsored by Refreshment Services Pepsi, Terre Haute Savings Bank, and Union Center for Sports Medicine. Now your hosts, Rick Zemler and Ross Rawlings.
Good evening and welcome to our sectional edition of In the Zone. If you're joining us at home, you're a part of history tonight. WTHI-TV signed on the air here July 22nd, 1954, and you're watching the final broadcast here at 918 Ohio Street. Tomorrow, we're moving into our new state-of-the-art WTHI station.
That's unbelievable. I've only been here 2 years. Could you imagine being here since 1954 with Mark?
Mark,
that would be crazy.
Mark. I would have been at the beginning, but right after.
Right, soon after that. Tonight's sectionals kicked off all around the state. Pretty simple for our Indiana high school football teams. Win and move on. Lose, your season's over. For the first time since 2003, Terre Haute North and South met in sectionals.
That's right. The two rivals have collided 6 other times in sectionals, splitting those games 3 apiece. North won the regular season matchup and the victory bell. Who would win round 2? North would get the ball first. 4th and 2 for the Patriots. Chris Barrett throws into double coverage. No problem for Calvin Blank. 11-yard TD catch. Patriots up 7-0. First time South had the ball, they would march down the field. Danny Etling, a beautiful deep ball to Jonathan Weekly. That's good for 36 yards. Weekly goes out the North 4-yard line. 2 plays later, Danny Etling in from a yard out on the QB keeper, and we're tied at 7. Still tied at 7 in the second quarter. Barrett showing off his arm. 43 yards to Charles Dillahunt down to the North 10-yard line. Same drive, Patriots hand it off to Ricky Brookins. He walks in from 4 yards out. Patriots jump back out by 7. The North defense is having one of the best seasons in school history. Awesome again tonight. Austin Lewis drops Etling for the sack. North gets the ball back, and it's that Lewis guy making a play on the other side of the ball. Lewis scores on the reverse as he just breaks the plane. North led at the break 21-7. Third quarter, North would force a South punt, but the Braves punter Jeremy Patterson catches North off guard. Patterson, 22 yards. That's a first down. Nice play by Patterson. South will get a 25-yard field goal out of it. Adam Kahn has plenty of leg. Braves down 21-10 at this point. Big play by the North offense facing 3rd and 10. Barrett finds Brother Skank. Usually see him running the ball. Nice catch. First down Patriots. That play was huge because it led to another North touchdown. Barrett to Charles Dillahunt. South had no answer for this guy tonight. 18 yards, 6 more for North. Patriots go up 28-10. South needing something big at this point for the comeback. Barrett drills from behind, coughs up the football. Braves Dickie Rollins lands on the ball for South, but that North defense had Barrett and the offense's back. Ryan Moshak picks off Etling. Then Calvin Blank gets the sack. All Terre Haute North tonight. They knock off Terre Haute South 28-10. The Patriots beat the Braves for the second time this season. Seeing this game firsthand, this was one of the Patriots' most complete games of the season.
We showed up both sides, and I think we played about the most complete game we played all year. We always know this is going to be a crazy game. Games of South, they're always crazy, so we just try to play hard, stay focused, and get the W.
That's all I want to do is keep going. And I was glad to keep the seniors going because I know last year we really let them down.
Entering sectionals, West Vigo playing their best football of the season. As good as the Vikings have been playing, they had to play even better tonight. West Vigo hosting Greencastle. The Tiger Cubs 9-0 and ranked the 4th in the state in Class 3A. These two met back in week 2 of the season. Greencastle won that showdown 44-0. The Vikings D was really tough early on in this one. Dakota Short, Jacob Riley get in the backfield for a tackle. That stops the run. West Vigo's offense had a hard time getting started, but here Jimmy Maples back to punt. He scrambles around the edge on the botched play. He moves the chains. Nice athletic play there by Maples. But this Greencastle offense, Rick, can strike quickly here in the second quarter. Nicholas Gilliam, a good-looking ball to Tanner Nicholson. That made it 14-0, and the Tiger Cubs put an end to West Vigo's season with a 35-0 win over the Vikings. Now coming up next, we'll check in on the action at Sectional 38. We'll let you know how North Vermilion, North Central, Rockville, and Riverton Park did.
And we have all the action down south at Vincennes, Lincoln, and Washington when In the Zone returns.
We're the Lincoln cheerleaders, and In the Zone will be right back.
Welcome back to to In the Zone. In Sectional 38, many are already looking ahead to the potential second-round matchup between Class 1A 5th-ranked North Vermilion and 12th-ranked North Central. First things first, though, both of them had to win. They had to take care of business tonight. North Vermilion at Covington to kick off the playoffs, and it's the Falcons' defense making the big plays early in this one. Braden Howe comes up with a big-time interception. He's pumped after a big-time play for the Falcons. Covington's offense trying to stay in this one early on. Quarterback Alex Frechette keeps it himself. He takes it up the sideline for a nice gain, but the Falcons offense would roar to life later in this one. We've said it time and time and again, they can put up points in a hurry. They sure do tonight. North Vermilion advances with a 58-6 victory. North Central at home against Turkey Run. Credit the Warriors for keeping this one close. It was tied after a quarter, but on a wet track, the North Central running game took over with Van Schoik out. That's Dylan Bailey on a touchdown. Bailey doing it with his arm, too. He finds Jordan Caton. What a catch on the wet track in the football field. We've got a big-time rematch next week. North Central advances to play North Vermilion in round 2. They beat Turkey Run 20-7. Also in Sectional 38, Rockville on the road at Attica. Attica's having a good season this year, and it's because they can really run the football. Here they knife through the Rocks defense. Later on, though, the Rockville defense would hang tight in this game. John Brown getting into the backfield here. He takes down the quarterback for a huge sack for the Rocks. But this Attica offense just keeps the pressure on all the time. Back to the ground again. The run up the sideline. Ramblers can run it with the best of them. They beat Rockville tonight 28-0 to put an end to the Rocks season. Next up for Attica was the winner of Cloverdale Riverton Park. Played at RP tonight. Cloverdale moving the ball well against the Panthers. Justin Wilson rolling out. He finds Andrew Howard that moves the chains for the Clovers. And then they strike with the big play. Look at this one. It's a bomb. Wilson launches it high and deep. Wade Warren behind the defense. He makes a nice catch, drags his feet nicely for the score. Cloverdale marches on to next week with a 42-22 win over Riverton Park.
In Class 3A, Sectional 24 is wide open. Vincent's Lincoln is one of the favorites. The Alice's believe they have a team that can win the school's first sectional championship since 2006. Vincent's Lincoln was at home tonight facing Evansville Bosse. The Alice is so good with the ground game. Brant Nowinski on the carry here for the Alice's, and he trudges through the traffic for the score. Then the big green defense steps up. Devin Lett, wonder if he's related to Ronnie Lett, with a bone-crushing hit for Lincoln. Bosse back to punt now, and Lincoln turns up the heat. The Bulldogs fumble the snap, and Lett right there again at 6'3", 230, going the other direction in a hurry. Lett rumbles all the way.
Leon Lett play.
Leon, you're right, but he made it to the end zone this time. That makes it 28-0. Bosse scored late, doesn't matter. The Alice's win their sectional opener 28-7. Washington entertained Pike Central in the Hatchets running attack. Working it tonight, Tyler Edmondson gets the carry, and he just attacks the Pike Central defense, moving the chains for a first down. Later in the game, the Hatchets bounce it outside to Trey Parsons. This kid is a stud. He makes a couple of nice moves on his way for another Hatchet first down. Then it's Parsons working the other side of the field. Look out when he gets the ball, because he finishes runs hard. And here's Parsons pushing all the way to the end zone. And Washington, they win their sectional opener. They're moving on. They pound Pike Central 43-9. We're going to take our final timeout, but when we come back, we have highlights from Linton, North Daviess, Sullivan, Northview, and KZ Westfield.
We'll also introduce you to this year's Sports 10 Spirit Award winner. It's a good one in the zone. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to In the Zone. We are finally to the part of the season the Linton Miners have been waiting for. No one is surprised the Miners are 9-0. This is a program many believe before the season started could be playing for a Class A state title. Step one of that goal started tonight for Linton. The Miners open sectionals at North Knox. You don't see this often. Linton star QB Austin Carazia with a pass that he would like to have back. North Knox's Dustin Davis with the interception. But as everyone knows, it's just a matter of time before that Linton offense defense is finding the end zone. Zane Hayden uses the one here nice to stay up, and he gets in for the score. No surprise, Linton started slow. They finish big. Linton with the shutout win, 46-0. Man, oh man, the Miners improved to 10-0 on the season. North Davies was at Union, same sectional here. Cougars QB Brady Helms on the QB keeper. North Davies out in front early on. Cougars were grounding and pounding the Bulldogs tonight. Colton Langacher, what a big stud he is. He's a heck of a running back. Finds a hole. No arm tackles bringing him down, right, Ross? He finds the end zone.
Tough run right there.
North Davies wins big as well, 40-12. The Cougars advance to the sectional semifinals.
Well, last week, Sullivan saw their 6-game winning streak snapped when West Vigo knocked them off. The Golden Arrows were looking to bounce back tonight in their sectional opener. Sullivan hosted South Spencer. We picked this one up at the half with no score. 3rd and short here, and the Arrows defense comes up with a big stuff. Look at the defense fill the hole to force 4th down. The Rebels would convert on 4th down, but it wouldn't matter because Zach Willis comes up with a big-time interception. That ends the scoring threat. A great run back here by Willis. Such a defensive battle. This one was actually scoreless through regulation, but South Spencer prevails in overtime. They end the Sullivan season beating the Golden Arrows 6-0. Tough sectional opener for Northview. They were at 2-time defending Class 4A state champion Cathedral. The Irish record not as stout as it usually is this time of the year, but don't let that fool you. These guys are awesome.
Best 4-5 team you'll ever see.
Connor Rice pitches that one to Gino Gillum for the touchdown there. Northview back to punt later in the game. It's a nice kick. Wyatt Wood back to, he fumbles it. He's not going to run this back, right?
Yeah, he is, because they're Cathedral.
That is exactly wrong. Wood gets some space, takes it all the way back, 50 yards to the house. The Irish were on a mission tonight. Cathedral cruises over Northview 62-0, the final from Indianapolis. This is the final week of the regular season over in Illinois. KZ Westfield and Marshall collided tonight. The game lacked some of its usual attention with the Lions struggling this year, but one thing still very clear. This contest, one of the best rivalry football games we have in the Wabash Valley. Anytime Marshall and KZ get together, it's a lot of fun. The Lions facing a 3rd and long here, but the pass complete to Brock Hook for the Lions. 1st down. Later in the game, Marshall trailing by 2 scores. The Warrior defense getting nasty. Look at this hit. Causes the football to pop out. Of course, KZ recovers it, and you know they'll make you pay. Ajay Meeks can shake and bake with the best. He slips through the D, takes it all the way in for a score. What a weapon the Warriors have in the backfield in Meeks. And KZ Westfield rolls over Marshall 32-0.
And here it is tonight. Congratulations to Terre Haute North. They're your 2012 Sports 10 Spirit Award winners, and they were just a little excited. Look at that, Ross. Look at that student section.
They're there every week, too. It wasn't because it was a North-South game. Nope. It wasn't because it was the playoffs. That's what you see at North every single week.
Yep.
And that's why they won the Sports 10 Spirit Award this year.
It helps the Patriots play on the field. 2nd time in the last 3 years they have won the Sports 10 Spirit Award for the football season. Congratulations to the Terre Haute North students. Time now for our smashes of the night. North Knox's Wyatt held here. Watch this. Nice hit. Don't see that very often. Linton get hit like that. Terre Haute North's Wyatt Stoltling laying out the running back. Nice hit. West Vigo's Skylar Warnock.
I was here. Look at this. Punishes him. I think he comes up with that ball if he doesn't make that hit. So a nice play there that affected the game.
And then there's this Lett guy, Devin Lett. Playing like Ronnie Lett tonight.
He's a big-time player.
Like Ronnie Lett. Big-time play by him. Vincent's Lincoln won. Several teams moved on tonight. Of course, Terre Haute North, the big win over Terre Haute South. They get to play Avon, get to host Avon, and all I heard after the game was Avon ended their season last year. They haven't forgotten about that.
And a home game huge for the Patriots. They're tough at home.
They're very tough at home, and that defense continues to play well. One of the best in school history this year. They harassed Danny Etling all night long. They not only get sacks, they get turnovers and put that offense in great field position.
And you saw in the highlights, Barrett throwing the ball well, Charles Dillahunt with the big game. Of course, he's got Austin Lewis.
Yes.
If North throws the ball well and that offense can get going, they're going to be unbelievable.
Yes. And there was an upset in that sectional tonight. Number 2, Ben Davis, went down to Pike. That sectional starting to open up. I'm not saying North's going to win, but you know there's some winnable games ahead. Very contend for a sectional.
It would be huge. Could be great for the Patriots.
And then in Class A, another sectional semifinal we have going on. Kind of circled this one a little bit. Don't want to jump ahead, but North Central, North Vermilion. North Vermilion just pounded North Central the first time, 48-0.
I bet they haven't forgotten that. You know, the North Central players, a lot of their former coach, Coach Crabtree, now at North Vermilion. So there's that rivalry going on. There's a lot of backstory to this game. This could be a great one. Chase Van Schoik sits tonight with a concussion. If I were to bet on it, I bet he plays next week.
I bet you he could have played this week. They're just resting him up. The big story last time they played, North Central had 7 turnovers. I don't care who you're playing, let alone a good North Vermilion ball club. You turn over 7 times, you're not going to beat them. Got to take care of the football.
I know going out before the playoffs started, right after the draw, talking to Coach Nolting, he said they didn't play their best football against North Vermilion. Not to take anything away from the Falcons, but he expects a better game from his club this time, and I think you'll get it and you'll see a good ball game.
And Linton continues to roll, look impressive, and also don't forget KZ Westfield finishes another unbeaten regular season, and tomorrow night is the Illinois High School Football Playoffs. We'll let you know who makes it in from the land of Lincoln and see what their drawings are. So that does it for In the Zone. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Mark, Patrice, and Kevin will be right back.